was making hush payments to cover up old allegations of abuse. The judge assigned to the case read a list of past associations with Hastert, including 2 campaign donations and the fact that he once worked alongside the former speaker's son. Judge Thomas Durkin is giving the lawyers until Thursday to decide whether he should stay on the case. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Chicago.
Today, the small town of Willsboro in northern New York was the focus of the search for escaped killers Richard Matt and David Sweat. Town Supervisor Sean Gilliland says there was a report that they might have been spotted.
2 men indicated some suspicious activity sometime last night, walking down a very rural road in the southern part of my town in the middle of a driving rainstorm. And when a vehicle approached, they took off into the fields.
Hundreds of officers joined the search. Residents have been advised to avoid walking around town and to lock their homes and cars tonight. CBS News has confirmed that investigators trying to learn who helped the escapees have questioned Joyce Mitchell, a prison employee, but she has not been named a suspect. The police officer in McKinney, Texas, who was caught on video rampaging against black teenagers, has left the force. Austin York of Dallas station KRLD reports.
Officer Eric Casebolt resigned from the department this afternoon after he was seen in the viral video throwing a teen on the ground and pulling a gun on onlookers. Chief Greg Conley says Casebolt was out of control.
I want to say to our community that the actions of Casebolt, as seen on the video of the disturbance at the community pool, are indefensible.
He says the department's training of officers does not support Casebolt's actions. He says Casebolt resigned through his attorney. Austin York, CBS News, Dallas.
In Los Angeles, the City Police Commission has found that one officer acted properly and another did not in the fatal shooting of a 25-year-old black man last year. Evidence shows Ezell Ford was shot after he grabbed for an officer's gun. Mayor Eric Garcetti.
My heart goes out to the Ford family for the loss of Ezell. I am mayor of this city for everybody here. Ezell was my constituent.
Ford's mother says he was mentally ill. Secretary of State John Kerry has tweeted a photo of himself at Massachusetts General Hospital wearing a denim shirt and blue scrubs. He's recovering from surgery last week to repair his broken leg. The State Department says Kerry's conducting business by phone while he gets physical therapy. The Dow 2 points lower at 17,764. This is CBS News.
Do you want to learn how to mask your identity to browse inappropriate websites and stream media while at the office?
Well, we can't help you with that. But among the many IT problems we solve, Barracuda's web security solutions keep online activity clean and ensure internet bandwidth performance. Reclaim your network, like 150,000 other businesses already have. To learn more about preventing web-based threats, visit barracuda.com/web.
Power Service Diesel Clean plus Cetane Boost is a complete injector cleaner and performance improver made just for diesels that cleans injectors, boosts cetane, and lubricates fuel injection components. To get the benefits of today's cleaner burning fuels, new technology is required. The Max HP formula of Diesel Clean restores lost power, smooths rough running engines, and improves fuel economy up to 8%. You can't get peak diesel performance from an additive made for both gas and diesel. Get Diesel Clean at auto and farm and ranch stores nationwide.
A change of heart in Mississippi. The people who shouted out during a high school graduation ceremony will not be prosecuted after all. Correspondent Jim Krasula has the story.
Henry Walker was one of 4 people originally charged with disorderly conduct for cheering at a high school graduation by Senatobia, Mississippi School Superintendent Jay Foster.
He gave me kind of, sort of say, a bad name, like I'm a hoodlum, like I'm a delinquent or something. The way people look at me and the way people approach me now is different.
Foster has dropped the charges. He says in recent years, the yelling and screaming at graduation has gotten out of control and too disruptive. Jim Krasula, CBS News.
The superintendent says he's had a lot of negative phone calls and emails, but he's also had a lot of support. Vice President Joe Biden has been with his family in Delaware since the death of his son, Beau, but the White House says he'll briefly return to Washington tomorrow for a meeting with Ukraine's prime minister and lunch with President Obama. I'm Bill Whitney, CBS News.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's July 4th weekend live from Daytona. It's about rockets, red glare, white knuckles, and blue steel. Love taps, trading paint, and taking flags. It's friends, family, and a whole lot of faith. America, start your engines. NASCAR is back on NBC. The Coke 0400 Sunday, July 5th on NBC. Coverage begins July 4th on NBCSN.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
Call 1-800-358-7816. That's 1-800-358-7816.
Good evening. You're listening to AM 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz. It's now about 6 minutes past 7 p.m. I'm Chris Spencer with your weather and traffic updates for tonight. Let's see, 20% chance of showers out there and some thunderstorms still lingering around, mostly cloudy, low around 58. For tomorrow, partly sunny, a high near 69 along the coast, and mid to upper 80s inland tomorrow. Night mostly cloudy, low around 55. Monterey Bay boaters forecast for tonight. West winds 10 knots, wind waves less than 2 feet with a west swell 2 to 4 feet at 10 seconds and a slight chance of thunderstorms out there on the bay. Quick look at the traffic this evening. Traffic collision near Elkhorn Road and Walker Valley Road in the Monterey area, and a traffic collision near Country Meadows Road and Reese Circle in the Monterey area. It's about 62 degrees here at KSCO. Up next, Off the Lip Radio Show.
Opinions expressed in the following sponsored program are not necessarily those of KSCO Radio, its staff, management, or advertisers. If something is said with which you disagree, please call us during the program in order to help us balance comment.
Good evening and welcome to Off the Lip, the show about surfing and skateboarding. If you'd like to join the show tonight, give us a call at 831-479-1080. That's 831-479-1080. And now, here are your hosts for tonight's program, Neil Pearlberg and Terry Campion.
And good evening and welcome to the Off the Lip Radio Show, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. Good evening, TC. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you since last week.
I haven't seen you with pink hair yet.
Oh, yeah, the pink hair.
I know you do have pink hair right now.
Are we going to talk about the makeover with Santa Cruz Waves?
I think you should, because I'm curious why you have pink hair.
Making these videos with Santa Cruz Waves, and we decided to do a makeover of of myself, of the radio show host here. And I actually, you love women. You respect women. Right?
Trick question.
Yeah, right? Total respect. Now
Yes.
I have even more.
Because you got made up as
The hair, the dyeing of the hair, the eyelashes, the fingernails. They wax my eyebrows. They wax my nostrils.
So
I tell you what.
No, Caitlin.
You want some
no
pain?
Caitlin in your future?
You want pain? You want pain?
No.
I mean, the week before, I skated with this. Did a video where I skated with the Santa Cruz Derby girls, which I thought hurt. Nah. The nostril waxing.
How do they get wax in your nose?
They stick up your nose and wax on it, let it dry, and then they yank it.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, felt good.
Well, your pink hair looks great, by the way.
And short story, I go to the bathroom and I got these long nails on. Yeah, couldn't get the belt buckle undone. Couldn't get the shorts.
Well, you got nails too?
Yeah, I got the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. A little bit of a problem getting the...
and where can we see your...
That'll be shortly on SantaCruzWaves.com website. It's being edited right now, proudly edited.
Are they trying to make it G-rated? Is that what they're doing?
It would not be G-rated. It's way too many F-bombs.
Oh, boy.
Tonight, in studio, friends of the show are back to talk about a lot of stuff.
Interesting stuff.
Down south of the equator. Maybe even north of the equator. Nick Strong Svetich.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Who happens to be, I think happens to be the only man and woman who's ever been on the Off Lit Radio Show wearing a jacket.
We've had ties.
Yeah, we've had ties. Dr. Hetzer wore a tie.
Okay, first off, I think
Not
you
a
must
jacket.
know we're live streaming on the Surf Channel.
That's right. We are.
I want to dress up for the radio.
Yeah.
You got to
That's
look
right.
good if you're on the radio.
Now, if the three people who aren't watching the Golden State Warriors game, you can enjoy the show on the surfchannel.com live. We're also Facebooking and streaming.
You should tune in anyways just to see Nick, the male model.
Oh, he's looking gorgeous. You know what?
Looking good,
Gorgeous. The man's gorgeous.
Well, and we can't let Kyle out. Look at this guy.
Kyle's looking good. Got a collar. Is that a collared shirt?
He does have a collared shirt.
Oh yeah, got the collared shirt.
Nick called me earlier today and actually told me that he was wearing a suit.
Threw me under the bus.
He's like,
did that really happen?
He's like, Kyle, don't get freaked out, but I'm gonna wear a suit tonight.
You guys are classy guys.
No. It's not a suit. You got jeans on.
Well, I got jeans on.
You got the jacket and the Idaho belt buckle
on there. Well, I want my pants to stay up.
This
is live streaming apparently, so you just have the pants going
It's
down.
the Italian jacket that really makes the inside.
Who was that? Where's the jacket from? Is it Ross or is it someone nice?
Business in the front, party in the back.
This is my suit actually for upcoming event.
It's like he can fundraise, but he's still cool.
He is.
It gives me the opportunity to show off. I will be wearing this at our Life is a Wave event this Friday in the city.
Party.
Yeah, it's a party.
Okay.
Now it's a preview to Friday.
It's a preview. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But let me ask you a question. Why the hell are you here?
Why the hell am I here?
Yeah, that's right.
I am here to talk about our big project, Punta de Lobos por Siempre, which is our campaign with Patagonia and Patagonia Ambassador Ramon Navarro.
Okay.
And then I'm here to talk about our big party, Life is a Wave.
Where do you want to start? You want to start with the Punta de Lobos, or you want to talk about the big party?
Let's talk about Lobos.
Okay.
I mean, Kyle was just down there. He got a bunch of big waves. He almost
got killed.
Exciting stuff was happening. Let's talk about Lobos.
Can you describe Punta de Lobos to us, Kyle, since you just got back from there?
Sure.
What's it like?
What's it like?
Yeah.
Like Santa Cruz 80 years ago. It's a big left point break that breaks from 3 feet to 30 feet. Really fun wave. The water temp down there is just like Santa Cruz. It's a really interesting paddle out because there you have what's called the moros, which are the 2 big rocks, the boobs, and you have to paddle across this little channel to get out, and then you scurry up on the moros. It's kind of like getting out of the water at the lane on high tide or something, where you have to kind of seal jump up, and then you walk along these moros that's maybe like 50 feet by 80 feet,
right?
Maybe a little bigger, and then you have to time when there's no waves coming out, and you basically jump off the end and do this Hail Mary out and try and paddle out, because the wave's so long, it's probably a kilometer in. You can't paddle out all the way from the beach. And when there's waves, the current's so bad that you have to jump off these moros. So I think I had like 1 out of 5 successful jumps, because when you jump off, there's the cochoyuyu, the seaweed that you get like tangled in.
The kelp?
The kelp.
Okay.
On the rocks.
Okay.
And I had one really bad one. It was actually... I was thinking about it after the fact. It was probably the scariest surfing experience of my life. It was after the contest, the big wave contest had happened. About a week later, there was another swell that was really similar, but it was cleaner, and everyone had gone home. We got really fun waves on the whole swell. But I was going out with Big Ben Wilkinson. He's a Patagonia ambassador.
Right.
And
we had Big Ben.
Yeah, he's a classic. He's such a legend. And we had our big boards. I had my 9.2. And we scurried up on the rocks, made it up on the rocks. But when it's that big, too, there's just a lot of water moving. So it's like, trying to get out from the lane when it's really big. So we hop up on this island, which are the moros. And we walked through the moros. But at this point, usually there's not water breaking up over the moros when you're on the island. But the waves were so big that you basically had these 6-foot sets coming through on this island. So we had to scurry up on the rocks and then kind of climb up the moros. So picture there's this island, and there's these 2 huge rocks that you walk through the center of,
right,
and then climb up one of the rocks to time the set, because the waves kept coming and there was these 6-foot sets washing through. And then in the back of the moros, there's this wall. I know it's kind of hard to describe.
Right.
But through the back of the moros, there's this wall. And then aside from the wall, you get washed off this island. So Big Ben and I are standing up on these little perches. And there was this set that came. And it comes from really far out. So you can see it coming almost a minute before it hits. And I looked at him, and I was like, do you think this one's going to get us? And he's like, no, mate. He's just a big Aussie woodworker. He's like, no, mate, I reckon we're good. And this thing just starts coming, and it turns into this 6-foot wall of water that knocks me off the rock, knocks Ben down. He's like 6'2", 200-pound big Aussie guy, washes us out and basically washes us in this river and slams us up against this wall. Meanwhile, we have our like 9-foot surfboard.
Right.
I get pinned up against the wall, and then Big Ben got pinned up against me with both of our boards. And then the surge comes down. All of my fin boxes got broken out of my board. I tweaked my ankle, and it was full on moment of game time. I was like adrenaline through the roof. I took my leash off. I ran up the rocks to way higher than the perch, and then I just saw one break in the set, and I just sprinted with my board. I didn't even wait for Ben was okay. I was like, Ben, you good?
Yeah.
He's like, you're good. I'm like, all right. And I just sprinted and just basically flung myself into another wall of whitewater and got sucked off the island, and then just got sucked all the way in. I didn't even catch a wave the whole session. All my fin boxes got broken out.
No, thank you.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
A question I have for you, Kyle, is so maybe the listeners can get a better visual of what the spot's like. Whether it's a left or a right, we can reverse it. But what spot is it kind of like that someone might be familiar with?
I would actually say, like, if you wanted to think about it, it's sort of like the lane reversed. If you could catch a wave from outside of Seal Rock all the way,
it's kind of like reminds me of like Raglan, New Zealand.
Yeah, it'd be like if Seal Rock was a giant rock that you had to like get on top of, and it would break outside of there. It's almost the same.
So you basically paddle Seal Rock, climb on Seal Rock, and then jump off a big Seal Rock.
That's kind
of
it.
And it's a big left-hander, open water. Sounds like very open water.
Very open water. A lot more powerful than the lane, but similar in that.
If we reverse
it, similar in that topography, and that picture that Seal Rock is 10 times as big. So that's the island that you climb on, and then you can catch it all the way in.
So as much as a beautiful surf spot it is, it's about to be ruined or almost ruined by construction down there, correct?
Yeah.
Is it just like a free-for-all? I mean, not like it'd be like a free-for-all pleasure point where you can just build whatever the heck you want to build, or is there some kind of guidelines that they have?
That's what's been happening historically.
Right. And Ramon Navarro down there, who's one of the world's top surfers, who, if you get a chance, it's on the Off the Radio Show Facebook page, the Fisherman's Son movie, which is just a 30-minute trailer. Awesome trailer, by the way. I think produced by Patagonia. Shows the life of this young man, and well, now he's not so young anymore, but his family and his father and so forth. It's a great movie and shows what's going on down there a little bit.
So yeah, I think that's really the underpinning of our campaign, and the motor behind it is working with Ramon. I just talked to him today. He's on a month-long tour. He's going to Europe, all over Europe, to Japan, all this stuff to promote this movie and this cause.
He's not here tonight. Where the heck is he?
I know we missed him.
He's on a plane.
He's not wearing a jacket either.
Am I wrong to say this is the best surf spot in Chile? Because that's Ramon said that. I saw in a quote he said.
I think it's not.
I think it's one of the most iconic spots in Chile.
It's the most diverse in the sense that it's rippable from
3 to
30 feet.
Right.
But there are some left points around the area that are like macaronis.
You're listening to the Off It Radio Show on KSCO, where they do ask you to listen and be heard. You can check out the show on thesurfchannel.com. We are on Instagram. We do Facebook from time to time. Instagramming the heck out of it. We do tweet. Who was that in the show over there? This portion of the show is being brought to you by Freeline Surf Shop. TC, you just popped in there. What'd you get?
I was going to get a private's key, actually.
Did you get the private's key?
I didn't get it yet.
Why not?
Going to. I'm working on a side deal.
What you see in there? Anything good in there?
I looked. They were unboxing tons of stuff. Yeah, and one thing Brittany told me tonight I had to say is that the Lochner twins are having a party at Suda tonight.
You mentioned it on the air?
I think they're 40. And so there's a party at Suda. Go kick those guys in the shin. It's a twins' birthday.
I love you mentioned on the air. Are they buying?
Yeah. I heard that Matt Lochner's buying beers for everybody.
This is the Off It Radio Show. We'll be right back for this very short break. Do not go away.
Got my merch out.
Come join Save the Waves for our 9th annual fundraiser, Life is a Wave, Friday, June 12th at 111 Minna in downtown San Francisco. We'll be honoring Surfrider Foundation CEO Chad Nelson for his decades of ocean conservation work. You also have the chance to win big in our spectacular live and silent auctions, with trips to the North Shore in Nicaragua or a custom-shaped board from some of the world's best shapers. Enjoy live music from Dan P and the Bricks and top Bay Area DJs. All proceeds from this event support Save the Waves environmental programs around the world, so buy your tickets today. Visit www.savethewaves.org.
Santa Cruz has spoken. Kind Peoples has just been voted this year's #1 cannabis collective. Quickly becoming a community epicenter for local art, culture, and cannabis, Kind Peoples Collective is creating a new standard for alternative medicine. Wondering what the hype's all about? Kind Peoples invites you to explore the emerging possibilities of cannabis in a warm, professional atmosphere. Come experience Santa Cruz's state-of-the-art facility located at 3600 Soquel Avenue at the corner of 17th and the Soquel Frontage Road. Please visit our website at kindpeoples.org for all things cannabis related.
This is Numa and Isaac from Aloha Island Grill. Well, summer's right around the corner here in Santa Cruz, and that means one thing. It's time to come get your grind on at the Aloha Island Grill.
Come over to Aloha Island Grill and eat some food.
We're located on the corner of Portola and 17th Avenue, and we've got a beautiful lanai for you to come sit out on. We've got a fine assortment of plate lunch, fresh ahi poke, and other wonderful treats for you to enjoy.
My favorite food at Aloha Island Grill is Kalua Pig.
We've got ice-cold beer and wine for those hot summer days, and try some of our homemade POG, Passion Orange Guava Juice. It's delicious. For to-go orders, give us a call at 479-3299. Find us on the web at alohaislandgrill.com or come on down to 1700 Portola Drive. Aloha Island Grill is a proud member of Think Local First.
Attention surfers and paddleboarders. Don't let cold water or cold air take you out of the water for 5 to 6 weeks. Protect your ear canals with custom-made earplugs. The Listening Stack in Capitola is now offering custom earplugs molded to fit your ears perfectly, comfortably protecting your ear canals from the harsh elements of the Pacific Ocean. Stop messing with the universal earplugs that don't work and try something that does. Mention Off the Lip Radio and receive an extra $20 off any custom molded earplugs in our store. The Listening Stack is located at the corner of Capitola Avenue at 41st. Listening Stack. Protect, enhance, enjoy. 831-498-9890.
Hey, it's Julie from Toyota and Sign of Santa Cruz. I want to introduce you to our new slogan. Why drive over the hill when the big store is right next door? The all-new Toyota Santa Cruz. You have to come check out this dealership. It is amazing. 50,000 square feet of state-of-the-art service and sales. Over 500 new, used, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. And our #1 commitment is to save you time and money. And you know what else we're proud of? Our customer service. And that's why you guys keep coming back. We take care of our customers. So get down there, check out the dealership, buy a car or a truck, make me happy, and have a great day.
Welcome back to the Off the Air Radio Show. TC, what is the Warrior score? Can you tell me?
I don't know.
Siri?
No, I don't know. There's no radio reception.
831-479-1080. Can someone call in and give us the Warrior score, please? This portion of the show is brought to you by Felix from Sand Dollar Ding Repair. Felix, TC wants to know where the hell is his board.
It's been a couple of weeks, Felix.
It's been 3 weeks.
Oh, boy. Hey,
No, he's busy.
He's restoring.
It's been a swell.
And you know what, though? He's restoring my first surfboard, and I want it right. So if he takes his time, no problem.
It's a funeral board.
It's a special board, and I want it done right. Felix, where's my
In
board?
studio tonight, Nick Strong-Svetic from Save the Waves Coalition. That's twice as good as his name right now. Yes. And also Kyle Tiemann, a Patagonia ambassador, one of two here in Santa Cruz, along with Mr. Jeff Denholm. Is that correct?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. You see, Jeff just climbed Mount Hood last week.
Mount something.
Yeah, Mount Hood.
Shasta. Mount
Shasta?
Shasta?
I thought
Yeah, he did it
show,
with one eye shut, no legs, and one arm.
He did it with, I was just hanging with Cole Christensen, and Cole did it. And it was Cole, Jeff, and What's the snowboarder?
Jeremy
guy?
Jones.
Jeremy
Jeremy
Jones.
Jones, yeah.
Such a badass.
No, he's a fantastic human being.
And
Jeremy
we're here,
Jones.
We're here tonight to talk about, put this in the camera, Lobos por siempre. Correct?
That is it.
How's my...
Your Spanish is dialed.
I've been, well, you know what? I've been working on it. I did a little research before I came down here tonight.
Fantastic
So what do you
accent
want to,
as well.
Yeah, look at the accent. The British Spanish accent. Where are we going?
So,
with
yeah,
this?
we want to talk about why Punta de Lobos is so cool, which you talked about before the break,
Right.
and the current campaign that we have going on, which is called Lobos por Siempre.
Okay.
I have brought you guys a couple of pieces
Oh,
of swag here.
swag.
These
Awesome.
are available at lobosporsiempre.org.
Okay, can we get this on camera?
You can get that on camera. These are
got it?
made from our buddies. I don't know where the camera is over here.
Okay.
There we go. For
Sick.
our buddies at Patagonia. So we've been working. This is a big guy one.
All right,
This is
perfect.
a
Thank you very
medium
much.
guy.
Yeah, well,
Swag.
he needs the big guy one for sure.
He's
But-
still going to hot yoga?
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough of that.
So basically, the goal of this campaign,
Right.
we've been working with Patagonia and Ramon Navarro really, really in depth. I just talked to Ramon this morning. He's flying around the world to promote this campaign.
And real quick, real sidebar. Ramon
Sidebar.
Navarro sounds all wonderful, flying around the world, but his story itself is incredible.
The reason why he's flying around the world is one of the most incredible stories, and that's captured in The Fisherman's Son,
Right.
which is a new film that we co-produced with Patagonia and Chris Malloy. So Ramon, again, for those that don't know him, he is probably the most famous surfer in all of Chile, and he's
believe
one
it.
of the best big wave riders in the world, hands down.
And environmentalist.
He's an environmentalist. I think the thing that's cool about Ramon is that, he came from nothing. He
Right.
came from living in a shack on the beach, fishing with his dad. His dad's
Right.
a fisherman, never went to school, never left his
Ended
town.
up going to Hawaii.
He went to Hawaii.
Building a mud hut on the beach.
He sold
making
empanadas on the beach.
Sold empanadas out of a red
At
cooler on the
Cole's
beach.
house, lived at Cole Christensen's
Right.
house, and then just climbed his way up the big wave world and made a name for himself at the Eddy.
If you get a chance, check out the wave he caught.
Halfway in what's been pledged. I mean, you see $50,000 right now on the website, and that's small donations. People giving $10, $25, $50, $100 here and there, getting some cool swag out of it. But we're also working kind of behind the scenes on larger donors to bring them in and make it a reality. But we're moving, and that's it feels really positive to be part of something, and also have a company like Patagonia really put their money where their mouth is. I mean, they're matching contributions up to $100,000. So Patagonia's already got $100,000 on the line.
Very
so
cool.
this is a serious deal.
Yeah. And you guys are making headway.
We're making headway.
Right.
We're making progress, which is awesome. I think, not to go too long-winded, but, I always, you guys ask me this question, it's a super important one. Like,
Right.
why does somebody in Santa Cruz care about this?
Right.
Well, why somebody in Santa Cruz cares is because this happened in Santa Cruz in the 70s. You may remember this way back in the day when there was Lighthouse Field was proposed
To be
to
developed.
be a convention center and a hotel, right? And so where the lane is now, the big open grass, was going to be a hotel.
Right.
And the city had the money, they were ready to go, and it was a small group of citizens that said, actually, we want to determine what our coastline looks like. And so most people in this town don't actually know that the lane was almost a huge convention center and a hotel, which, again, isn't a bad thing. It's just, would you prefer to have the lane like it is now where families can come watch surfing, you can jump off the rocks and surf?
Of course.
And that's happened to every town on this coast.
Yeah.
They've had a gem that got developed.
And so that's really the question. And I think it's cool because 40 years later, the Chileans have this ability to look across the world. And that's what Ramon brought, was he traveled the world and said, whoa,
Right.
we can do this differently.
Right.
And that's a pretty cool choice to have. And if we can be part of helping that, it just continues to give back in other places.
Are there other environmental problems going on down there? Because I know they've had some the fishing industry has taken a huge hit in that area. The trash is there other problems, pollution going on in that area besides land development?
Yeah, further south from there, that's something that Save the Waves has historically been involved with. There's been a lot. He's pointing at me.
No, I'm pointing
like
at
he's
you
gonna-
because when we come back from, I got a commercial. We come back
Okay.
from the break. I want to talk about last time you were here. You were saving another spot in Mexico.
Yeah, we're saving all
Can
kinds
we?
of stuff.
Can we?
There's a lot
are
of
you-
waves.
All right. Do you have the manpower to do this? Can we come back and talk about that in a second?
Yep.
Okay. This portion of the show is brought to you by, ready, TC?
I'm ready.
You've been here in a while? The Windjammer. Kyle's been there.
Oh, that's your
Tierman's
spot.
been in there. You been in the Windjammer, Carl?
What's the Windjammer?
Windjammer, a local fun community bar since 1969.
I heard they know you by first name.
We should go to the
Yeah, they do.
Windjammer.
Been at the Rio Del Mar Shopping Center happy hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. Live music, no cover charges Friday with the Reactors, and Saturday, the next blues band. That is the Windjammer right there at the Rio Del Mar Shopping Center. This is Neil and TC here with Nick Strong-Svetich with a suit on and Kyle Tierman with a collared shirt on. What is next?
Show.
We'll be right back. A very classy show. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Hi, Taryn Rowe here, founder of La Onda. Happy to be here in beautiful Santa Cruz and share my La Onda sauce with everyone. It's an almond spread that has amazing flavors and added health benefits. It can be used as dips, spreads, or on one of those days, just eat it by the spoonful. It's your perfect after-surf snack. You can find it at Aptos Natural Foods, The Food Bin, Monterey Farmers Market, and to help us out, go ask your local grocery store where you can find La Onda sauce, and hopefully it'll be coming to a location near you. For more information, go to eatlaonda.com. Thanks for the support.
She got sauce, she got sauce, she got salad. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Hi, this is Steve Pereira, the beach guy at Bailey Properties in Santa Cruz, California. If you're looking for a beach home or a coastal property, give us a call at 831-818-7064, or you can call my wife Diane at 831-818-5939, or drop in on our website at lifesabeach.com and check out all the inventory in all price ranges. We've been selling beach properties since 1982. We're here to help you. Give us a call today.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
This is Brother Timmy.
And Cleo from Cleo's Corner at Punta Hawaiian Grill.
Featuring wraps, teriyaki bowls, plate lunches, amazing and creative salads, vegetarian and gluten-free options, and over 20 different types of poke, all made to order, fast, fresh, and healthy. And what's your favorite, Cleo?
The chicken fingers.
Located at 120 Union Street in downtown Santa Cruz. Call us for takeout at 831-426-PONO, or check us out on the web at punahawaiiangrill.com. We put the ono in Pono. Yee-hoo.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show. If you are listening to the show tonight, along with the Warriors game, I'm about to give away free coffee. People's Coffee in Live Oak is serving hands down the best coffee in town, is giving away coffee on the Off the Lip Radio Show for the next 5 weeks. The first caller to dial 831
479-1080.
Such enthusiasm.
I can't call in, right?
479-1080.
831-479-1080 gift certificate for $20.
What?
At People's Coffee. Get your buzz on at People's.
I'm calling right now.
Damn straight.
Luigi's calling.
Here we are in studio tonight with two good-looking fellas. Nick Strong-Svetich
That was kinda
with a
weird. We
suit
had a
on.
weird thing
Kyle
going in.
Tierman with a shirt on. Looking good, dude. Okay, Mexico update, please.
Mexico update.
Last time you were talking about Mexico, what's going on?
Last time we were here, Kyle and I went down to Baja and San Miguel, and we were talking about our Save San Miguel campaign. It is still moving down there. We hired a couple folks locally to keep pushing it, and the governor of the state of Baja and the minister of protection for the environment. I always have to translate things from Spanish to remember what they are, but they have had a series of meetings to actually move it forward. So it's number one priority on both of their lists.
And they're trying to save the watershed because of it's similar to like saving the San Lorenzo River to keep the river mouth a surf spot type deal because the river feeds the reef at San Miguel.
Exactly. Yeah, everything that makes that wave so good is brought down by the watershed. And so by protecting the health of the watershed, you're going to protect the wave, water quality, everything, wave function.
And since we've last had you here, looking good? What's
yeah,
going on?
It's just slow is the main issue is that it's on their radar and we got to generate more buzz. Probably more folks, even locally, showing a bigger push there. So that's what we're going to be doing. And we're actually going to try to take I think I said this last time, but we haven't done it yet. Take the Mexican officials across the border and look at trestles and do a little exchange and be like, this is what a state park looks like.
Right.
It has an epic watershed and an epic wave right at the middle of it. And like surf here is kind of, this is one of the best natural surf spots in Southern California.
And let's be realistic. Save trestles is what is said every time you want to think about saving a surf spot. Trestles always
Save
comes up. And is it possible to make it like a sister spot where they could?
We talked about that actually, going to our party. So our Life is a Wave party up in San Francisco
On Friday night.
Yeah, 111 Minute Gallery.
Mhm.
We're going to be honoring Chad Nelson, the CEO of the Surfrider Foundation, and the Save Trestles campaign was his
Idea.
brainchild
Right.
and baby. So, and he's been super involved with us. And
is he taking his ideas to Mexico? Is he going to help down there?
We took him down to Mexico.
Oh, you did?
We took him down there, and he was like, this is exactly like trestles.
Hmm.
He looked through it, and he was like, this is basically a sister site of trestles.
Same thing. Watershed is so important to trestles.
Yep, exactly.
I just wanted to take a second also just to clarify. I think that the word save and like save the waves, save San Miguel, save trestles, it creates almost this like...
it's doomed.
It's almost like this missionary style. We're gonna the privileged white people are gonna come down and save you and save your wave. And I just really every time I talk about this stuff need to clarify that like Save the Waves only operates in places where the locals are already on board.
For sure.
And very much just provide the infrastructure and the facilitation for them to make their own needs realized.
So
Same with
yeah.
me. Like people ask me like, oh, Kyle, you cover all these different issues in your films, like, but you haven't saved the spot. And I'm like, well, that's not my job. My job is to make the film, which hopefully can
Shed
be
light
seen
on.
by a bunch of people, which can shed light on the issue and hopefully provide a tool to people to keep going with it. But I just think it's
Yes,
really
I agree.
important to clarify that, because I think that in the environmental movement, it's not always clarified.
And has that been the goal with San Miguel? I mean, it seems like you're organizing the locals, and the locals are responding to not save, but to preserve their surf spot.
Well, I think and Kyle, I really appreciate you making that point, is that the origins of this campaign came from the locals. So it was something that they wanted to do. What do we have? I mean, what power do we have to go into Mexico and declare something a park? We have no power to do that. But what we do have the power to do is that we can get on the radio and tell a hell of a lot of people about this issue. We can get into the media and tell a lot of people. We can get a bunch of signatures for them to help support them.
Well, and the biggest thing I think is your experience to help them coach them into saving or preserving a spot.
And I think that for me, being down in Chile, that was the most exciting thing. And back to Nick's point about that this can be a model, the Lobos por Siempre project can be a model for other places around the world, where it's similar to Santa Cruz stopping the spray. You guys remember a few years ago when there was the spray happening, and Santa Cruz, our awesome activist community, organized, and we were the first community to stop that. And the work that we had done here, we then handed off to other communities all around California, and they used our same framework to stop it there. It's a similar issue with Lobos por Siempre and how that can help other surf spots in the future around the world.
At Chile or with other, you're going to create a roadmap with this project to where a community can take what you've created to save or preserve something in their own town.
It's like building a half pipe. You're going to give the blueprints to someone else, and it's going to be easier for them.
How do you find out about these spots? Are you contacted by somebody? Are you looking for spots? Or are you looking? How's it all begin?
A lot of times it's people we know and trust, but we do get a lot of spots. Like people are like, oh, this is happening right now. There's like in Peru, in Lima, they were dumping a bunch of rocks right in the Costa Verde, where they, is a main surf spot in Lima, and then people were protesting it. The cops were hauling them off, and they were like driving a guy off in a bulldozer and all this stuff. So we get dramatic things like that, and then we get other issues like people in Mundaka in Spain are like, oh my gosh, they're starting to dredge sand. There's a lot of issues that we can't always keep up with, and so we need to focus our time, our priorities, and then try to build things that we know are going to be models that will scale. So that's why we like the San Miguel model, is like we can push.
Are you guys going international?
We are international.
I mean, no, I'm saying like we're like it's not. I mean, every country is going to have
Save the Waves
Somebody,
Coalition?
yeah, exactly.
I think it depends. At some point, it's just about what models can you scale. With all of these places, one of the first places that we generally start is the World Surfing Reserves. That gives us a lot more. That's one of our programs. It gives us a big platform to stand on and a platform to organize people under. Because if you're like, we're a World Surfing Reserve, we need this project, it's much better like, we're a bunch of guys working with a bunch of other guys. So it gives us...
Before we go to break, let's talk about our own World Surfing Reserve right here at Cal's. What's happening? So what's the update on that lately?
No, Cal's update for the last year, we've been meeting every single month or bi-monthly with the city, Public Works, city environmental or county environmental health, Surfrider, Sierra Club, Coastal Watershed Council, and us facilitating the meeting. Because Cowles, frankly, is an issue that we all need to care about, because it's going to be probably at the top of the list of the Heal the Bay report again. So what we've tried to do is figure out what's the extent of the problem, make sure people in the community understand that, increase the monitoring that's going on there so we can really get to the bottom of the problem, and then identify, okay, what are the actions that we can take right now or we can push the city to do that's going to make this better.
Do you know what they are?
Yeah. So number one is I think we just need to clarify what we mean by like California's dirtiest beach. Like that's regarding bacteria. Bacteria is naturally occurring, so a lot of what we see is actually naturally occurring and due to currents. We've also found what we did last year is we put a monitoring site in the lineup. So where people surf, we've been testing. What we find is that actually, along with Surfrider, it's much less concentrated generally
off the sand.
And so it's mostly west of the wharf and then a little bit in the middle of the beach. And as you get further away from that, it's the issue isn't as widespread.
Okay. Have you seen the report yet?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Because I know we've blocked the lagoon. A lot of fingers were pointed towards the lagoon. Well, it's blocked now.
It's blocked.
It'll be interesting to see.
Well, it was blocked last year, but not fully blocked. So it needs a whole year. And not to get too technical, but the time generally when you have the worst water quality is in the winter, and the worst water quality at Cowles is actually during the summer, which doesn't make sense. So
we're gonna come back and talk about the party, the bash,
Life is
Friday
night, 111 Minna, downtown San Francisco.
We'll come back and talk about that.
It's always 111 Minna. That's the place.
It is.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Slidertown. Slidertown. You still got the stuff in his stuff in your store?
Lots of it, yeah.
There at the Santa Cruz Apparel, Santa Cruz Boardroom, Pacific Wave. Somewhere on the on the wharf they're selling them too. I forgot the name of that spot. But Slidertown's spots there. The Hook, Pleasure Point, the Lane, bright colored T-shirts, sweatshirts. What else has he got, TC?
A lot of stickers. You see them on cars all over town.
Stickers. Yeah. Looking good. Check them out there at the Santa Cruz Boardroom, Santa Cruz Apparel. This is Neil TC with the Off the Net Radio Show. Be right back on this very short break. Do not go away.
Hi, this is Jeff Winterhalter from North Bay Ford. Proud to sponsor the Off the Radio Show. We're here to support the local surf community with a full inventory of trucks, hybrids, and plug-in hybrids. Come see why the F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle for 39 years. We have the perfect surf vehicle in stock, the new 2015 Ford Transit van. We have a model that will fit your needs. Come to the no-hassle, easy place to buy a car. No stress, no drama. We make it easy for everybody. We're locally owned, locally operated. North Bay Ford at 1999 SoCal Avenue or www.northbayford.com.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu, and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And welcome back to the Off the Net Radio Show, the world's only surf and skate live radio show right here from Santa Cruz, California. My name is Neil Perlberg. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Terry Campion, in studio tonight. Nick Strong-Svetic from Save the Waves Coalition, and also the one and only Kyle Tiemann, Patagonia ambassador, big wave surfer, environmentalist.
Yeah, all the above.
doctor. Are we a doctor here? What else we got? How many letters do you have after your name?
I play the jazz flute on occasion.
Jazz flutist.
He's a flautist.
The
He's a
real
jazz flutist.
story. The real story with Kyle is how he lives with Tyler.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
another show.
That's another show. Collared shirt with the Tierman and
It's a classy place.
jacket, dude.
Next time.
The only
next
person
time.
to wear a jacket in 119 shows.
He's making us look bad.
I know.
I'm
I
making
look
you
like
guys
crap.
look good.
You do. So sexy.
Next when I come back,
Whoa, my chair just hit the.
You
what
guys will
happened?
be wearing suits. It'd be like a thing. Like you come on and people were like, "Well, I
You've
wasn't prepared. I
challenged
didn't
me
have a
now.
suit."
Yeah.
You gotta dress up for the radio.
Big party Friday night. Every year you have it. This is the third or fourth annual?
This is the ninth. Annual.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
ninth annual.
Ninth
I don't
annual.
remember. I'm just guessing. Pissing in the
get right.
pissing in the wind a little bit.
Well, is it your third or fourth?
That's a good question.
Ah.
It is my third.
Thank you.
It is
There.
my third. Way to save the day on that one.
Thanks, bro.
Gotcha.
It's our annual big benefit. It's super awesome. Really,
Okay.
really fun. Life is a Wave at 111 Minute. People can get tickets at savethewaves.org. There's
Okay.
only a few left, so people should grab them now. It's really fun. We've got great sponsors from Patagonia, Cliff Bar, Santa Cruz Waves is helping us out.
Okay.
We have a really, really awesome
Now, if I buy a ticket for how much?
$35.
Okay, what am I going to get? I'm driving up there. I'll get to 111 Minute. What kind of a
You-
good time
you
am I
get
going to have?
You get to hang
Am I
out
dancing?
with some of the. You're gonna dance.
Chicks?
We got chicks. Dan
Finger
P and the
food?
Bricks. Finger food. There'll be a live and silent auction. You
Okay.
can get new surfboard from
Right.
Michelle Junot.
Band. We got music. We got
You know,
dancing.
band? Yeah.
Who?
Dan P and the Bricks.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Dan P and
Are
the
they
Bricks will
good?
be there. They're good.
All right.
We have DJs. We got really cool people. We got for all the San Francisco surfers, all the Santa Cruz surfers. Bunch of cool people up in the city having a good time. It is one of the most fun times you will have during the year.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
It seems like the San Francisco crew rallies around these events.
They rally.
Yeah,
They everyone
really
comes
cool
out.
to see. Yeah,
It's a really good
But
time.
you got who's passing
I
you
know
note? What do you got? Groupies, TC? You're getting notes.
I'm getting the score of the game.
Oh my God! Unbelievable.
It's really bad if you're a Warriors fan right now.
Are they sucking?
They're terrible.
Now, Kyle, are you going to the bash, or are you heading to South Africa?
I'm going to be in South Africa, but it is a really fun party. I've been every year for the last 5 years. And I know you think it's like, it's an environmental party. It's like, that's not going to be fun. It's actually fun.
Well, and I said earlier, I've been to a bunch of parties at 111 Minute.
Not bashing the environmental party.
No.
But I know you think this, you're like, oh God, I'm going to get preached at for a couple hours. It's actually a really good time.
Well, and that's a great facility. The 111 Minute is a great bar.
awesome.
It's a restaurant and bar, and it's in a happening
Bar's
part of
really
town.
good.
Yeah.
They're great folks to work with at 111 Minna. We've done it there. Oh, we've done it 8 years in a row there. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
And they show really good films.
They do. They do a lot of events there. I love the fact that restaurant and bar always promotes what's going on locally, and it's great. It's a great spot.
And a lot of them are short films too, so it's not like I think you guys do a feature towards the end, but a lot of them are really quick hitting, so it keeps the energy high.
Okay, I want to come up with that website again. You're raising
Yes.
money. Okay, let's get
Yep.
the website out
so
again.
There's two things that people can do
Right.
if they want to help out and be part of something awesome.
Okay.
One, go to lobosprosiempre.org
Yep.
and pledge any amount of money to just help out.
Okay.
You're helping do something that's never been done. Save a surf spot, protect a surf spot in perpetuity.
Okay.
You get cool T-shirt. You get a book about Ramon Navarro's life. You get stickers. You get soundtrack downloads, all kinds of stuff. Go on there, pledge
Right.
a little money, lobosporsiempre.org, or go and come and visit us on Friday night at 111 Minna.
Is there a link on Save the Waves?
SaveTheWaves.org. First thing you come up, you can click on it and grab a ticket. There's only a few left, so
Okay.
people should rally
Snap 'em
and
up.
come up there.
And they can go to Save the Waves and donate money as well?
You can get to,
Because
yep.
that seems like the easiest direction because I don't know how to spell what you just said.
Sure. Go to SaveTheWaves.org. You can check out both of those.
TC, I got to mention right now. Big announcement. You ready?
big-
We have to thank Luigi
Oh,
for fixing
for
the live
sure.
stream.
I told you. What did I tell you?
You can click on. You can look at the live stream on surfchannel.com, right, Luigi?
Yep. Right
And
now.
you can go. You can click on all of the websites that we just mentioned that Nick just mentioned.
Right. Well,
dialing it in. Pleasure.
Let's
you know
be
what?
honest. The minions couldn't get it done. I
No.
told you, call Luigi.
No
right?
one can get it done.
That's why.
Pleasure
that's why
Point
he's the number
Computers.
one guy. Number one guy, Luigi. Pleasure Point Computers.
He drives. What's that car you driving? DeLorean. The DeLorean. That's right. That
And
thing
he-
is a
He
chick
came back
magnet.
from the future to fix the live
And check it
webcast.
out,
Dude.
You got to be a rocket scientist to own a DeLorean. And if
Yeah.
you're a rocket scientist, you can fix computers.
Yeah.
And so if you want your computer fixed,
Pleasure Point
He also
Computers.
does iPhone screens. cheapest in town and does a great job on those too.
Okay, I got to mention him because
It's running pretty slow. Can I-
Is it? Yeah, he is the guy.
He'll
Right
take
there,
care of it.
Luigi at Pleasure Point Computers, right there in Pleasure Point. What's the phone number, Luigi?
831-464-2220.
There you go. It's also pleasurepointcomputer.com.
Yep, right by Suda where they're partying tonight.
Oh, right. Who's
Yep.
buying? Is he buying? Kyle, are we going down there, Kyle? He's
Not with you. Not with you and your pink hair. You can go in. I'll come in 10 minutes later. I'm coming in with Nick, the guy in the suit.
Yeah, the pink hair. Whoa.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get sponsors on here, I think, like Chevrolet and Toyota.
You and Ryan Buell in his NASCAR wetsuits?
I think so. I'm going to get sponsored. Why not? You don't go into pink?
Pink is punk, man.
Yeah, it took
Breast
way.
cancer
You know what?
Breast cancer awareness.
Breast cancer awareness, okay?
There's the big walk.
Breast.
I know you were thinking about that.
I was thinking of breast cancer
when you were
awareness.
getting your-
He's
pulling the
higher.
breast cancer
Every
card?
guy should go through the whole nose wax, nostril waxing, eye waxing, the whole thing. Higher level of respect.
Are you done now?
Yes, I'm done. This portion show is being brought to you by Star Benny. Are we going to Star Benny tonight? No, we're going to Suda tonight. Star Benny, they've got great chicken piccata. It's great Italian
It's
food.
not on the menu, but if you go, say TC sent you, get the chicken piccata.
Dude, it's good. The gnocchi, that was freaking awesome.
3 different sauces.
Yeah, the Italian style.
Yes. Luigi had that. Yeah.
Is that good, Luigi?
It was tasty.
Want to thank Nick Strong Svetic for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. Kyle Tierman of a safe travels to South Africa.
Thank you.
What's the nickname for a South African person? What's nickname of the rugby team?
The Springboks.
Attaboy.
Wow. And when are you going to South Africa?
Friday.
Friday.
He lives a life, doesn't he?
Going with Ryan Craig.
Living
Yeah,
the life.
Ryan got a Patagonia, or he got the gig. We're going to be shooting for Patagonia.
Wow.
Tune into my show tomorrow night, TC, with our local radio show, I'm now calling it, where I have the SoCal High Band. There's like 80 of them. We're going to see how many high school band members we can stuff in the KSCO studio.
Wow.
And play a little music.
Be rocking here tomorrow
We're
night.
going to blow the doors off.
That's amazing.
It's going to be a great show.
Hey, and also one quick thing with
Sure.
Kyle. He's working with the Discovery Channel now. And we'll
He's
talk
just-
about that next time he gets on here. But that's a
Gotta
good
have him
gig.
back.
I mean, obviously he's going to Africa, but he's also doing a Discovery Channel.
Got to have him back.
And we'll talk more about that next
Next
time,
week's show, I think. Not sure. Could be Randy French. Could be. There's a lot of people lined up. I'm thinking the Surfing Magician.
All right. I love magic.
The Surfing Magician on the show next week.
All right.
Thank you all. Thanks to all for listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show here on KSCO. You had a choice. You had the Warrior game. You chose to listen to this show. Thank you very much. Thanks, Chris, our engineer. Luigi, TC, thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
See you
guys.
next week
Thank you.
with the Off the Lip Radio Show. Good night.
Your source